Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Okay, so today we continue for our lectures for computer aided design. Lecture 3 is about planning for the paper, utilization of the layer toolbars to create the layers, editing the drawing and modify text, and draw and modify the dimension. Okay, so about the planning for the paper is how you to set up the paper. Okay, by first you must to identify the quick view toolbar, the paper model of the paper, and then the model buttons, the layout button here, quick view layout button. Okay, so we go to the how to set up the layout wizard. Okay, first you go to the create the layout, select the begin, and then enter the name of the new layout yang kamu nak tulis. Tajuk lah selalunya. Okay, so give the new layout a name and the click next in the place of the default name. Layout 3, I recommend something more descriptive. For example, the size sheet, or you can call it a A1 size sheet if you of the metric persuasion. Choose the printer or the plot used when you plotting this layout and click next. And then choose the paper size, specify wherever you use to inches or millimeters or represent paper unit and click next. And then specify the orientation of the drawing and the click next. So the icon display the letter A on the piece of the paper shows you which the orientation is which. On the create layout title block page, select the none of the click next. I don't recommend the selector of one of the tools available to title block as the all are slim that either will fit on the paper size you select in the step 4. Okay, another step is define the arrangement of the viewport that AutoCAD should create and select the viewport scales for them all from the drop down list, then click next. Another, click the select location of specify the location of the viewport, then pick the viewport corners and then click finish. Okay, so thinking about the paper, they have three type format that used for AutoCAD. First is ANSI, American National Standard Institute, Architectural, and ISO, International Organization for Standardization. So in our lectures, we only use ISO size. And in ISO size, they have a size A4, A3, A2, A1, and AO size. So you must identify the size of the A4, A3, A2, and so on. Okay. So the ISO, the standard is this. For A1, their dimension. Okay, so before this we already understand about the scale. So we go to the next. How to setting your units. First, set the linear angular units that you want to use in new drawing. The following procedure describe how. First, click the application button and then choose unit from the drawing activities group. The drawing unit dialog box appear and shown in figure 4.4. Okay, so you can choose the decimal, linearing. So I select the decimal. Okay, this is icon for editing drawing. Okay, so the symbol erase like that, move, copy. This one is a short form. Stretch S, R, rotate, SC for scale. Okay, so editing drawing, the big three: move, copy, and strength. So moving, this one is moving. This one is a copy. Where is copy? The stretches. So you must understand about the modified. How to move, how to copy, how to stretch, we already learned last week. Okay, so we go to for the layer. A layer is simple and organization tool that lets you organize the display of objective in your drawing. Every object must have the layer, and every layer must have the color, a line type, and line weight, also called object properties. Layer give you many ways to organize your drawing. You can assign different color, line type, and line weights to the layer, and you can assign the various color to different pen in the pen plotter, resulting in the drawing with a varying color and line width. You can control the visibility of the layer. Making a layer invisible lets you focus on just the object that you need to draw or edit. You can control which objects are plotted. You can lock the layer so that the object on the layer cannot be edited. Okay, so for state of the layer: on, off. Okay, on layer default is visible, off the layer are visible and are resonant with the drawing. Turn or frozen, turn layers are visible, frozen layer are visible and are not resonant with the drawing. However, when you draw a frozen layer, is require a regeneration. Unlock layer are visible and editable. Lock layer are visible but cannot be edited. Plottable or not plottable. Not plottable. Not plottable. This setting affect only layer that are on or draw because of the frozen layer are not plotted anyway. Okay, so how to create the layer? Go to the format, select the layer, and shown like this. Okay, so you can add and edit. After you edit, you can select the right button. Okay, column in the layer properties manager dialogs. Okay, layer. Okay, ni kamu boleh tengok nanti. Kita go through lagi. Okay. So we go through the text. Okay, single line and multi-line. When you want each for the single line, when you want each line of the text to be a separate object, or when you are creating a small amount of text, single line text have fewer option than the multiple text. For the multi-lines, the main disadvantages is that single line text does not use words wrap and features that wrap text to the next line to keep a neat right margin. Multi-line text, also called paragraph text and not to be confused with the multi-line, solve this problem and also offer many more formatting options compared to single line text. The entire paragraph of the multi-line text is one object. Okay, single line text. Okay, choose the draw. Text, single line. Okay, single line text. This type as the text. Command stand for dynamic text. You can see the text on the screen as you type. Okay, so yang ni kita akan belajar masa studio nanti. Alright. Okay, tak apa. Sama juga multi-line. Okay, so we go through for the dimension. Apa yang dia kata dimension? Ini tadi So dia ada arrowheads, dia ada dimension text, dia ada dimension line, extension line, line object. Extension line dia mesti putus daripada line object. Okay. Block, if you pick a dimension, all the part of the dimension are selected. Associate, if you change the size of the object, dimension will also be adjusted. Okay, so preparing the dimension, create the layer dimension, create the text style for the dimension, choose to drafting setting, click the object snap tab and set the running object snap you want. Create a dimension style, save your dimension layer, dimension text style and dimension style in your dream template. Okay, so this is the dimension toolbar. Okay, for the linear and align like this, and ordinate, radius, just symbol R, diameter, angular, the two type, inside and outside, baseline, baseline, or continuous. Okay, so this is how to setting the dimension style. So we go to the dimension style manager and then select or modify. So you can choose the color, the line weight, extend beyond, baseline spacing, and then apa lagi, extend beyond the dim lines and so on. Okay, so defining new dimension style, they have the line of the arrow, text fix, line arrow, primary units, alternate units, tolerance. Okay, so this is your exercise, and I want you to do this exercise on the studio.